Okay, so we just won this little fight in here. Had a little soul experience after that too. Now we just need to go through our loot. If anything special. Oh, that's right. We picked up a fine scepter. Oh, he already has this. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's right. So we already have a fine scepter. No, we don't have a fine scepter. Compare though. This one is worth more because we've already started doing stuff on it, like the burn damage. It's got 3 enchantments. Fine orc accuracy. What's the difference? So the quality. It already has a quality enchantment. So I'm guessing that's fine there. It looks like a little selected there. Secondary damage is the burning, but no slaying. This one, it's just fine. So if we put the fire damage, it would just be the same, basically, if we added the extra damage type. Because this one already has it. Right? Damaging what? Damage plus... Oh, no. It's different. It's got the damaging 1 instead of... Fine, it's doing this one. Which isn't as good as fine, technically. Well, it's different. Because this one is just more damage. This one is hit and damage. So fine is still technically better. So if we had the fire, if we were able to do the fire enchantment for this, this one would be better. But we don't have Primal Flame. So maybe we'll hold on to it. Now the robe. His robe is currently Alos armor, which isn't as... Oh, it's different. So recovery speed is the same. No. So plus 10% ability area of effect. And this one is plus 2 damage reduction. And recovery speed, I think. It's fine, right? Yeah, this is a fine robe. So that's what that is. Oh, his is unique. This appears to have custom decorative panels stitched into the surface, unlike most Durwood leather armor. Alice has been tailored in the Ader style, meaning that this torso is more heavily reinforced, but it lacks sleeves due to Ader's hot and humid climate. So how can we make that better? So the recovery speed is nice, but that's because this is medium armor set of light. But this is still worth more because of the damage reduction. What can we do to this? The quality. We can't do anything to this because we're missing that stuff and other stuff. Proofing. Burn proofed. Plus 3% damage reduction. Burn. Corrode, crush, pierce, shocks. But you can only put one of these on. Decisions. Properties overseen. What's the overseen? Okay, maybe it's just that area effect stuff. It's that. I think that's the overseeing. I guess we'll wait. Another Novice's Grimoire. All the spells we already know. I like the recovery speed. But his armor is that. Little extra 10% ability. Yeah, we'll leave his armor on. Damn it. And the Fine Scepter is not as good. What's this comparison? It's worth. This one is worth more that he's using because we've got the burn damage and the extra damage, so he does more damage with this. This one is just more accurate. So hit more often or do more damage. Do more damage, of course. So Fine Scepter. Go on storage for now. Okay, and something I was thinking about on break time too was the Bard. I think I'm going to move the Bard into a more melee role. Simply because we only have technically 2.5 people that do melee, sort of. Gimpy goes in and out, depending on how healthy he is. So, the Bard has a health of 370. Gimpy's at the so he's got more health. So we're going to give him some decent armor, I think, because we just picked up some good stuff for the most part. As far as armor goes. Not great stuff, but decent stuff. Like the Fine Brigandine, which is better than what he's wearing. You can plate armor even if we really wanted to. Don't need to because that's already 12. So we're going to give you that stuff. As far as melee stuff goes, he's got the Fine Estoc. Daggers, Fine Great Swords. The Estoc's got the damage reduction. Speeds are the same. Damage is the same. So his sword's better currently compared to those two. This is the best stuff. So the Fine Poleaxe. How does that compare? Slow. Damage is the same, basically. Same accuracy. Same value. So, it's a powerful and flexible weapon that can deal devastating blows even against a fully armored opponent. Its straight-bladed axe head is opposed by a hammer, allowing the wielder to switch between different damage types as circumstances require. So it does slash and crushing damage as opposed to piercing damage. Can have both of them.
Oops. Is that all you can say?
Yes.
That was really poorly done.
It wasn't that bad. Anyway. So the question is, does it get better reach? Maybe. We'll see. So anyway, we're going to move him up into melee range. Go from there. Okay, formations. So Mr. Wolf, put you over there. Actually, I'm going to split you guys out a little bit. So the general idea, too, is what I was thinking is they like to go around our edges, our flanks, a little too quickly. So I'm thinking putting those guys out on the edge a little bit more might be better. Help Gimpy over there. Swap you guys out. Go like that. Rocket says hello. Okay, now we get to see what's maybe in here. Whether by design or by consequence of the sputtering candlelight, the hooded statue's face is almost impossible to see. Torque of Defiance. Concentration plus 10. Usable by a ranger. Only usable by a ranger. Defense against charmed, confused attacks. Defense against dominated attacks plus 10 to concentration. Sure. Rangers only. Seems kind of biased. Stairs going up. Devotees have placed assorted keys, their teeth, filed away among the bundles of wax. Yummy. Another fine scepter. Still have that area to explore, so we'll come back to the stairway. No doors. Oh, that's right, we got in through... we were supposed to bribe our way in, but that didn't happen.
I'll take a peek.
Oh, that's right, we didn't do that all the way over there yet. See a mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
You go take a quick little peek in there and see what you can see. Just the one? Friends back here? Yep, just the one in the room, but so up two in here. Wow, that guy just ran on by. Actually, not do this one. What time you guys come back here?
Of course.
Okay, or not. So, junky stuff. Another novice grimoire. Just in case, we'll just take a quick look at it. Probably nothing new there. And stuff. Yep, same spells. Meat, cheese, grain, and oil. Yummy.
They'll never know I'm here.
Well, Gimpy's hurting in health again already. You should stop that. Knock him over, please. Well, that was quick. It was really quick. over here? Motion of Langgrass displaced image. So, yeah. The book lies on the table. Its page is filled with some kind of an unintelligible cryptography.
And what does the flame reveal?
Hi, Rocket. And the queen that was and still is. We've already read this, haven't we? Already read that. It's very redundant. Wasn't very... So we're back over there, yeah. That's where we came in.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello? Looks like a dead end.
There's something you don't see every day.
Almost a dead end. Definitely not a dead end. Get it, Gippy.
There's something you don't see every day.
Failed to disarm again. You know, you would think that picking up that stupid trap stuff every level would, you know, matter.
There. What did I tell you?
Girdle of Mortal Protection. Decreases critical hit damage. Something just rumbled. I remove this closing shut. You think you hear a faint sound of whispering coming from the skulls, but the words are unintelligible. Oh, they're all little skulls hanging from the wall. Or curtain, whatever it is. Anyway, the belt. He's currently not wearing a belt. So often purchased by soldiers with the means, these belts laden with charms granting protection to the wearer. Though a simple band of dark leather, this particular girdle provides a defense against killing blows, turning a blade aside at the final moment, or else cushioning a strike from blunt objects. So, sure. It'll be fine. Or the belt. So I think we've explored everywhere. Up here. So, stairway down over there. Running.
And what does the flame...
Down we go. Probably should rest, but the savings for. Oh, we're out. Never mind.
Adair, you have said you fought in the Saints' War, but for which side?
The one that blew up my god.
I didn't mean anything by it. I imagine a man with a head made of fire and light could be very convincing.
Funny thing about Dear Woodens. With all that fire and light, they just treated him like another authority figure. A moment, please. I feel I should explain myself.
Uh-oh. Oh, I actually have to talk to him. Aleph has something to say.
About my episode in the catacombs. There's something I should have told you earlier.
Tell me now. That's an understatement. Cross your arms and wait. He clasped his hands together, slowly massaging a knuckle with his thumb. I meant no harm. I thought I could keep it to myself. That was when we resolved the matter of your soul. We would also address my problem.
I also have an awakened soul. But unlike yours, mine is a presence that shares my senses and my skin, making herself manifest at the most unwelcome times.
Closes his eyes and grits his teeth. His lips quiver and twitch with the vestiges of some internal debate. Several seconds later, he opens his eyes again. They're watery and bloodshot.
I'm sorry. I've tried to learn to control Isilmir. I've gotten stronger, but so has she.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
I learned to keep her a secret a very long time ago. Those with awakened souls are shunned, mistrusted. And after your experience with Meerwald, I'm certain you can see why. You need to be careful.
Maybe. Tell me about Isilmir.
Artless, uncouth, a creature of rash impulses and feeble faculties. She wags her impertinent tongue when she should listen. Aye, this one's fit to boil. Hard to get his gaff over anything tisn't to do with books and spell speak.
His face flickers with a sly grin. It's not sort of cutting through. He grimaces, running his hands through his hair. I have none of her memories. Barath spared me that much, but her coarse manners and intolerable hill speak suggest a provincial from a very, very long time ago. She tends to surface a hair's breadth from conflict when the fuse has burned down and teeth are on edge. And when she shows up, she doesn't stop to gauge a situation. She just acts. She seems reckless. Sounds like you could take a few cues from her. She seems reckless. That's it exactly. You recall the way she goaded those villagers in Gilded Vale? She doesn't think, and she doesn't back down. And trying to suppress that has been my problem for years. Is this going to be a problem?
Merely an annoyance. Although...
He lowers his voice and clasps his hands behind his back. Minute twitches and spasms along his arms betray his fidgeting.
Defiance Bay is said to have an entire institution dedicated to the study and cure of soul-related ailments. Since our journeys have already brought us to the city, perhaps we could speak with someone there.
If it's helpful to you, we'll go. We'll see. I can't make any promises. You need to learn to deal with your own issues. If it's helpful, we'll go.
Thank you. This has been a great burden.
Let's talk about something else. Tell me about it, dear. I'd like to know more about Isilmir. Such as, when did she awaken? Oh, I was kind of hoping this was going to be voice acted. My father was a strict man. He expected the best from his only child, and he didn't tolerate failure. His face becomes drawn. At times, he could be rather adamant, particularly when he'd been drinking. Isilmir manifested on one such occasion. To be honest, I don't remember the specifics, only that he was more careful with me after that. He said that you'd learned to hide her a long time ago. My mother instructed me to keep her a secret after she first emerged. She feared that knowledge of any awakening would render me an outcast. Even though Isilmir proved useful against my father, I trusted my mother's advice, and I've since come to see the wisdom behind it. Meerwald is an extreme example, but one that I can relate to more and more each year. Can I talk to her directly to her? It gives you a taut frown. Her usurpations are uncomfortable enough. I'm not eager to invite her into my consciousness more than necessary. D. Longer in Gilded Vale. He shrugs, fidgeting with the helm of his sleeve. Not much longer than you. As you saw, it was hardly the haven that had been advertised. Tell me about it, dear. I've been gone for more than a year now, but I suspect I'll always think of the forest and fields of Adir's as home. Now we've thousands of years of history and tradition behind us, and there's a sense of dignity and responsibility that comes with that. He frowns. Of course, there's baggage as well. Our imperial past is still fresh in the minds of many, as you have noticed here. It has been difficult to adjust to the Deerwood. People here are informal, hot-blooded. His mouth twists into a wry smirk. More attentive to insult than to duty, but as long as one avoids provocation, it's easy enough to get along. He steeples his fingers. I've gotten accustomed enough to keeping my thoughts to myself anyway. Okay, that's that. Ghost. What's a ghost doing back here?
Come to pay your respects to the queen that was.
God. Ghost hovers in the middle of the ruin, reciting blessings and prayers. Even as the spirit's form shifts and swirls, it retains the face of an elderly man in robes that mark wealth and status. It turns to you. Who are you?
Lord Ardwellen Rugfold III, and pleased to make your acquaintance. I came to the Deerwood on one of the first ships from Adia, and unlike the yokels and hut dwellers around here, I still keep to the old ways.
It's truly a pity to see what the locals have done to Woodika's house of worship. What are you doing?
Worshipping Woodika, the exiled queen and oathbinder. I come every day to offer my devotion. I'd love nothing more than to book passage back to Adia, but it is my emperor's wish that I serve in these barbaric lands. And so I do.
He shrugs. I'd like to know more about Woodika.
A queen among the gods. She oversees laws and oaths. Everything has a rightful place, and Woodika watches over them all. Of course, not everyone accepts this. Even among the other gods, her authority is questioned. But Woodika is also goddess of memory and vengeance, and she remembers. She'll remember every slight and trespass when she reclaims her throne.
You know you're a ghost, right?
I beg your pardon? Is this some sort of joke where you come from?
I'm serious. Just look at yourself. Closes his
A
eyes.
madhouse. That's what this town really needs.
Gotta screw with the ghosts. Especially if they like Woodika. Anybody who works with Woodika gets everything they deserve. Leaves grow thick and full, untroubled by the passage of kith. Oh look, stuff on the ground. So. There's enough space in there for everybody, right? Never trust a ghost that's too dumb to know it's dead. Exactly. Oh, what am I supposed to do now? Quests. It's a two-sided. Find an expert of awakening somewhere in Defiance Bay. It's a long hunt. Travel to the cliffs you saw in the vision. I have no idea where that is. The master below. Explore the endless paths. Time and tide. Explore the endless paths with Kana. Oh, that's underneath our little base, isn't it? Spend time traveling with Durance. We're doing that now. Lord of Barren Land. Confront the Lord Red. Oh, we can do this still. We should do that. Because who knows how tough that is. It's got to go around the city some more. So. So that's up there. So doing all the way back up that way. How the hell do we get out of here? Oh, we should find somebody to sell crap to, shouldn't we? Oh, we ended up at First Virus. 15 minutes. We are carrying so much junk.
You're from Gilded Vale? Then you're close to home.
Close can mean a lot of things.
Surely you'll go back when this is all over.
Dunno. Guess that all depends.
Marketplace. Who's talking? Hader and Sakani. Call for interested patrons. Oh, what's this mean? Please move along. I have a long list to get through. Okay. So you don't really want to talk to me is what you're trying to say.
Hail, traveler.
Take your time, traveler. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you've come to the right place. Show me your stuff. So we can sell you our stuff. Seal of Faith. White Priest, +1 to level 1. Oh, look at all the bonus spells. 14,000 for that ring. Used by a wizard. 2 second level spells and 1 4th level spell. Wow. All kinds of stuff to buy, maybe. Selling our junk. So basically everything in here we don't need. Is there a faster way to do this? Don't collect so much crap. Needs to be repeating them, or is it? I guess not. Is it? Treasure's just gonna die under a mountain of crap. Of course it is. Oh, you only take so much at a time, it looks like. If they didn't want to die underneath mountains of crap, they shouldn't have become a crap sell dealer. In all honesty, I mean, come on. Fine leather armor. Pretty sure Gimpy already has that. Fine robes. I think we're good on that. Fine mail. Yep, sell it all. All the hats. Potions and food and stuff. Not sure about that stuff. Books and crap. I shouldn't sell this stuff just in case. Showering you in hats, because, you know, hats are fun. Stuff. Oh, gems we don't need to keep. Right? Because this isn't used in anything other than to make money, I think. How that works. Bonds, clear gemstone. Oh, these clear gemstones bear similar to yellow-orange color and are often cut like ruby, sapphire. Most of the world is known, but mines have long since dried up. The stones become one of the most sought after in recent years. You say so. Bloodstones. Oh, don't sell the Adra. I'm not sure if this is used for anything, but I'll hold on to it just in case. Because I don't know better. Okay, so we now have 14,000 to spend if we want here. Now, of course, so Seal of Faith. This is for a priest, a lot of spells. Let's shop around first, just make sure we're not missing on anything weapon-wise.
Well met, friend.
Are you interested in purchasing any rations for your journey? Sure. Poultry, eat stuff. Camping supplies, we can only have 4. I think we're down to 1. Good for now. Now we're at 4. Cool.
Good day to you.
Grint stands behind a stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh from his eyes is crinkled with age, and the muscles in his arms are knotty and lean, but he holds the weapons with ease. Come to take a look. You won't find a finer collection of armor and weaponry in Defiance Bay, outside Sonids, of course. He flashes a crooked grin. Let me see what you have. So, unique warbow, two-handed. Draining, stunning, and fine. What's draining do? 20% of damage restored of endurance. Attacks can stun on crits. It's a nice little bow. How expensive for you? 10 grand. Lady's hand. Scepter. The pike. Shatterstar. The warhammer, one-handed. Coming in at 4,500. Properties Annihilation, Guardians, and fine. 3 to 18 crushing, it's one-handed thing. That's why. +1 enemies engaged, fine. Enchantment. So. That was a hammer forged from a solid block of palisite that was discovered by one of the, I think it's Aethans, faithful shortly after St. Whedon rose to power. Head of the hammer is iron and nickel, laced with yellow and orange crystals. Its head is placed on by a bronze band, joined to softly jingling rings. Ah, perfect. So, the value is the same. Yet he's selling it for that much. I feel like I'm getting ripped off here. The interrupter is stronger. Speed is average versus fast. Crushing and piercing damage, about the same. Plus 30% of grazes converted to hits. Restored his endurance. Burn damage, because we put that on there. I think our little Morningstar might be a little bit better, except for that crit multiplier. Bow, though. Piercing damage will restore his endurance. Next can stun on crits. Fine. Not sure I want to spend most of my money on that, though. I think it's a nice bow. What else do we have? These guys scream Kickstarter backers. Ta-da. Free stuff? Free beer. Sorry, alcohol. So who's this other guy he was talking about?
Hail and well met.
Especially about Sonild. She operates in the Expedition Hall. He jerks a thumb over his shoulders. Sells the best equipment in the city, but when unkept, keeps her on a short leash. Keeps her fine inventory in reserve for chartered expeditionists, members of the Dozens, and anyone else takes a liking to. Set up there, right? Not that we don't like your stuff, it's just we want to see what's, in the market. Edmund's Den.
The Dozens may not like us foreigners much, but they certainly don't mind taking our coin.
Bandon Lear. A well-groomed man steps through the hall with a confident swagger, a smug grin etched on his face. He is flanked by 5 other hard-looking individuals. One of his companions eyes you for a moment before spitting chew at your feet. Another pup come wandering in, I see. Just know that Bin's giant slayers run things around here, and you'll be fine. Never heard of them. Can I join? He laughs. Around here, we get our pick of the best adventurers, and we don't take charity cases. Lean in. Voice bellows across the hall. Enough jabber, Ben. Fine. You gonna do the job or talk about it? His jaw tightens. Weenan's right. That coin ain't gonna collect itself. He looks at his comrades and jerks his chin toward the door. See you around, pup. I think he's insulting us.
Don't stand on ceremony. State your business.
I'm looking for work.
Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you more.
Tell me about the Dozens. His expression becomes serious, the timbre of his voice deepening. Good men and women trying to walk in the footsteps of great men and women who came before us. We're a loose association of warriors and expeditionaries in the Derwood. Not as fancy as the Crucible Knights, mind you, but at least we remember our roots. Ader. At least I remember someone else's roots and pretend to be like them, he means. Your roots? Crucible Knights take pride in having won the Deerwood's freedom 150 years ago, but we're the ones who protected it. Everyone knows that the Saints' War ended when the Godhammer destroyed Waden at the Avon Duer Bridge. A lot of folks don't know how Waden wound up on that bridge. 7 men, 5 women. They walked out on the Halgot Citadel and faced down a god, held him there until the bomb went off. He thumps the table. That's the legacy we defend. Some call us mercenaries, but we don't need matching armor and silky cloaks to remember our roles. We're the same now as we were then. We stand up for the people. First line of defense, whatever it takes. We got new enemies now. If it's not Waden, it's that damn legacy. Or it's his damn legacy. It's the damn soul butchers in Brackenberry making things worse for all of us. Probably causing the whole thing one way or another. Well, we haven't gone anywhere, and there's a lot more than 12 of us now. We defended Deerwood once, we'll do it again. He casually nods your way, his eyes continuing to float from mercenary to mercenary as he speaks. What else do you need? Farewell. Look at the table. Dagger marks the location of various Angren ruins, notes posted around the map. List bets on current expeditions. Oh, books. Book of the Hunt, excerpts of the Sermon of the Struggle, and the Dozens. I don't think we should be taking stuff off their table here. Just saying. I mean, it doesn't look like it'd be stolen stuff, but... guard up, or I'll give you something to guard, damn you.
For the last time, Aidwig, keep your fucking blade up! If that dummy was armed, it'd have your head off!
I need to hire an adventurer. I'm looking for work.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenon. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Although he sizes you up, I do have something I need done. Something that requires, he glances sidelong at an adventurer, flailing away helplessly at a dummy. Competence. What do you need done?
I was formerly one of the Knights of the Crucible. When I left, they kept my arms and armor. The arms they can have, but the armor belonged to my family. I'd like it back.
Why don't you just go ask for it back?
No. Oh, they'd like that, I'm sure. But I won't be going. Sooner be torn apart by dogs than give them the satisfaction.
Doesn't sound like leaving the Crucible Knights was your choice.
You don't choose to leave knighthood. The Crucible Knights, they may not be a real knighthood, but the oaths you swear are just as true. Still, turns out that even unofficial knighthoods have politics. You cross the wrong man, suddenly all kinds of accusations are thrown your way, and nobody believes you.
Nothing more destructive than a crowd with the wrong idea. What's this armor?
It's a breastplate. Not much to look at, and it's seen far too much use, but it's been in my family since the liberation.
I'll see what I can do.
Then it's Penhelm you're looking for. A low snake of a man. If he was to die choking on his own black tongue, it'd be too kind of fate. He kept it when he had me kicked out.
He leaned in closer. I got word from a reliable source that Penhelm visited Forger and Andra's gift right after having his soul lineage read by Cypher and Dernrid Row. Should you have it in your heart to find a way to ruin his life while you're there, well, drinks on me. Having a soul lineage read.
It's a requirement to join the Knights. They have to ensure a novitiate doesn't have a subversive lineage. If Penhelm's superiors found out his affidavit was a fake, his career would be over. Every novitiate gets an affidavit from Dunreed Row, and those are stored at Crucible Keep. If you find Penhelm's, one of those ciphers could tell you if it's real.
Dagny scratches the back of her neck. If generations of Massac's traditions are any indication, this Penhelm probably doesn't remember it. Still, a past like that has to count for something. Got business with me? Tell me about the Expedition Hall. It's treasure hunting, plain and simple. Sponsors put up money, hire adventurers to explore the wilds, looking for ruins mostly. If they come back alive, they split the spoils. If not, it's because they handle their weapons like this lot in front of me, who might as well be digging their own graves right now. Okay.
This calls for a subtle touch. There. What did I tell you?
Just walk up. No big deal. It's only money.
They'll never know I'm here.
Is this stealing? I'm pretty sure this is stealing. It's stealing. Ta-da.
Course. Nice and quiet.
Yeah, so who's the guy handing out stuff or missions, whatever? It says this guy. Looking for work.
Go see Osric. He's usually got something. You do well for him, maybe I can find you.
But he didn't give us anything, really, other than get his armor back. There's got to be something in here that we can borrow. You would think. Maybe. Oh, we actually came in looking for you, actually. See what you have to sell.
Good day, stranger.
Haven't seen you before. You headed out with an expedition company? She raises an eyebrow. Or are you betting on one? Can I buy something? I'm afraid not. See, the dozens only do business with me so long as I only do business with them, and they're good customers. She jerks her thumb at the door. But if you get on Gosrick's good side, he could make an exception for you. He's probably training some of the new recruits right now. Tell me about the expeditions. More than a few. Most of them come back empty-hefted, if they come back at all. Venom is almost as risky as actually going, but blah. So how to get an expedition? An empty room where I can acquire things.
This calls for a subtle touch. There. What did I tell you?
Let's see what lies this way.
Open grappling hook and geological map. Sure, why not?
I see where you're going with that. Give me a real challenge.
Fine pole axe. Wow. Is that really worth getting killed over? Probably not. Where's that map we just grabbed? Expedition log page. So this appears to be a page torn from some dark attacks. I get him. Best. Can't stop thinking about it. I don't care. Chewed letter. It's not where we just picked up. This map marks areas of geological activity in Durwood and Eric Glanfath. Of note is a description of a cavern where molten rock flows within a deep chasm. Sounds safe.
Hello, Gimpy.
Yes,
It is
sir.
time to take a break.
No big deal.
Go check on the dogs. This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Okay, so now the question is, do we want to buy that bow? You have to take a break, but
Good day, stranger.
I want to buy this bow. Just comparing that. So it's better than a regular bow. Because Gimpy's just using a regular war bow at the moment, right? Just doesn't have it the right thing in inventory. Now talk to him.
Greetings.
Oops.
You need to get up
Quite
and
yet.
step away from the computer. That was really bad.
So range is the same, speed is the same, interrupt's the same. Damage 15 to 23, so that's all the same. Oh, that's right, we haven't buffed, because this isn't anything special, that's why we didn't touch it with enchantments. So anyway, 20% of damage restored is endurance. Attacks can stun on crits. Accuracy and damage. It's a nice bow. I've got 14 grand and the bow is 10. Scepter, right? It's a scepter. It's a pike. It's a hammer. The hammer isn't better than his Morning Star. Scepter doesn't really do anything, really, right? 10 accuracy when endurance below 50%, plus 20% damage while endurance below 50%. Plus 20% of grace is converted to hits. Fine accuracy, more damage. Again, it's a nice scepter. Can't afford both, though. And then the reach. So this is a pike. And the bow. Let's do the bow. Oh, the extra fine scepter we don't need. We don't have that wand either, but Novice Grimoire either, because he knows all the spells in it. So, go. Okay. So, can take a break. Need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, go talk to Rocket, console him a little bit because Mrs. Gimpy's not here. She's visiting her parents for the day. Hopefully, we'll be back in a little while. But anyway, I need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water. Be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.